Welcome to another episode, everyone. We're heading to China to see and find out how China treats Black people. This is unbelievable. This is very revealing. Check this out. Let's get into it.
China is difficult and hostile for every Black foreigner. Before I came to China, a lot of people warned me about China. It's going to be difficult. They don't like Black people. You will get stared. You will get hated just for your color, for being Black. But what actually happened was something that I never expected.
你谁呀？你这么黑，你太黑了。
我老家去非洲的喀麦隆，对，非洲国，你们听说过非洲吗？
非洲啊，
哦，非洲的人吗？语言那个
一块钟
啊，好，我继续走。Imagine scenarios where you walk out in public restaurants, in local markets, and people just ask you out because you are a foreigner or because you're a Black man. But we see a lot of this on social media, on the internet. So I decided to take a couple of tests just to find out how I will be treated as a Black man in different parts of China. And this is what happened. I keep climbing the stairs just to get the best view at the top. So like this. And then what? I decided to travel to different parts of China, the bigger cities, the small cities, just to see how I will get treated. I don't know, like most of you tell me, Mike, you get treated so well because you are in small cities, but what happened in even bigger cities is something that's going to shock you. 奶奶今年多少岁呢？82岁。82岁。哦，82岁，很好，还挺有精神嘛，身体还挺好。好，你好年轻哦，你这么年轻都已经能开这么豪华的。40岁了，马上。啊，40岁年轻的嘛。40岁年轻，女生都找不到。给我介绍一个。哎，不可能，有钱人最。给我介绍一个那个非洲的老婆。The first thing I noticed is people staring a lot.
Africa.
Yes, I'm from Africa. Are you from Chengdu?
Chengdu.
You're Chinese. At first I thought, okay, but later on, something even more interesting happened. You get over it and just be yourself. Thank you. What's this? Flower tea. Thanks. Hi. I'm gonna try this.
Some of them looking like they done saw a monster or a ghost or something they've never seen before in their life. But we've seen this, as he said, on social media where Black individuals are going to restaurants everywhere, China, Korea, it doesn't matter, being kicked out of the restaurants, asked to leave the restaurants, you name it, and stared at and treated disgustingly. It's just shocking to me for a couple of reasons. I mean, it's not surprising because this is how we are viewed all around the world. People just don't understand this. And they just wish that it were different. But Black people are so loving and forgiving, they just don't get it sometimes. That everyone else does not feel this way about you. In fact, it's the total opposite. But it's for a reason, and of course we are loved. But what shocks me about some of this is that, these individuals are in our communities with the nail shops and beauty salons and liquor stores, and they're not mistreated. No one is staring at them like they're some, foreign object or something. They're treated well in the community, making money off of our community, our dollar goes to them. We don't even circulate the black dollar. We don't even spend money in our own community with our own businesses because for the most part, we don't even have businesses in our own community. Everyone else from the outside of the community owns the businesses inside of the community. Makes no sense. And we welcome them all in. We don't welcome each other in our own community, but we'll welcome everyone else. That's just what we do. But we're not welcomed anywhere. But now there is a part of this where he's treated like a celebrity once he goes to this bigger city. I've seen most of this video here, not all of it. He's treated like a celebrity. And I've seen this, a black woman on social media said how I'm treated in China or Korea or something. And she was walking down the street, very beautiful black woman, and she was getting pulled over constantly by individuals asking to take a picture with her, like, she was Beyonce. As far as they were concerned, she was Beyonce. They didn't know who she was. They just know she's a black woman, a pretty black woman. She must be some sort of celebrity. It's like they're not used to seeing this or seeing black people out there, apparently. So when they see one, in some of these places, they're treated like royalty. But in other places, as we just seen, old boy said, you're African, leave now.
Another one. This is kind of sweet. Flower tea. So,
在这边先我们先
要登记是吧？
对，因为是耍。
OK，
就是你抖音约。
好，我打开。
老师来往前走吧，我们来讲。
现在应该
可以了吗？就是7617这个号码。
对。好，这里是吧？
我跟他打个电话可以吗
OK， let me see。So， 就在窗子这边坐吧。就这个是什么？
这个是绿茶，这个是红茶，这个是
红茶吧，红茶。
好的，请慢用啊，有点烫。
谢谢。
这是一个户型图，这是我们的俱乐部哈，你现在可以看到的就是咱们后期的一个交付标准。中心，这是我们的销售中心。
是反美的。哦，如果说这个地方很漂亮，重庆话应该怎么说？这个地方很漂亮，怎么说？
那个地方好巴适哦。
那个地方好乖哟。
那个地方好乖哟。可以，就是说的比较快是吧？下次有机会我会来这边，然后去吃那些。
可以，欢迎，随时欢迎。
你们这里是重庆的什么区？
这里是南岸区。
南岸。
对。
南岸区。好，可以。
Africa.
Yes, I'm from Africa, from Cameroon. You ever heard about Cameroon? No? Yeah. Are you from Chengdu?
Chengdu.
You're Chinese. You're Chinese, yes. From China. I live here. I work here. Yes. I work here.
Country is name.
My country? Cameroon. You want me to write down? My country is here. So it's like this. Let me write it down for you.
Only person.
Yeah, like this. You get it?
Cameroon.
Yeah.
Your Chinese is very good.
No. 我中文还一般般。
蛮可以。
你英语说的挺好。
Cameroon 就知道。
Nice to meet you. Yes.
African country.
Yes, African country. That's right. Goodbye. And let's walk in.
你看这个外国友人，跟他 say hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you. 你们家在哪里？大
超棒。
你们家远不远？不远。哦，你们在外面晚上，你们父母不会找你们吗？
我们店在这里。
哦，你们店在这里。 好好好，你们早一点回去哦，拜拜。等一下我再来。对，你的名字叫什么？你们在干嘛？
我们可以有没有说中文吗？
会一点。
我们可能和你一起合个照吗？
啊，拍照吗？可以，拍吗？
谢谢。
就我们站这里嘛，站这里。哦，你们长得好高啊！
啊，没有你高，你有多高？
也快有我高了，快有我高。哦，云南3个云南帅哥，你们是云南的是吧？
来，快过来一起。
那我来吧。
好的，谢谢。
我拍了。
They probably about to go try to sell that picture. They think he Michael Jordan or something. He tall. So this is apparently, one of the parts where they're not necessarily racist or super racist, more curious than anything, and apparently think that every foreigner or black foreigner that comes through there is some sort of celebrity or rich person or what have you, or certainly someone that they are not used to seeing. And so then when they see this individual, they want to take pictures with them and all this, and these are just regular people.
要那个一点，这个是奶茶。你不回家吗？你在这里玩。哦，你多少岁了呀？4岁半。So I go back to the hotel, and it's the end of the night. Hello. 哎，钥匙我放这里哈。Here is going to be my room number. There we go. It's pretty simple, clean. I hear that this is the poorest city in the whole of China. This is what I love the most. A nice toilet with electricity connected. And man, this even got a Wi-Fi. This is crazy. It has a remote control. And wow, it just feels your presence. This is nice.
So that's the poorest city in China, which means that motel and all that should be the poorest. It should look, I think about the poorest part of California. The poorest? You go to a motel room over there, it's going to be run down. Absolutely run down. That motel looked pristine, inside and out, the lobby and everything else. That's the poorest part of the country. Jeez. They got a lot of money over there.
It's just like 10 centimeters extension of your hand. I'll see you in the morning. Catch you.你好，好久不见。好，来一个豆腐吧。来一个豆腐，多加一点辣椒。And there are times when I walk in a restaurant, for example, and people just give me free food. They do it a lot. 我要辣的，别人给我辣。对。加辣椒。好。
好久没见你了。
对，有的时候不在。是去你们家的一样东西。
就好久没看到你了。
对。
Dude said, I haven't seen you for a long time. Bro, you've never seen him. What the hell? He said, I haven't seen you for a long time. He said, yeah, sometimes I'm not around. You're never around.
You get in here, you can already smell everything tea in your nose. 你们是卖茶的吗？
茶叶、糕点都有。
哦，这里茶好香啊，很香。Hello, hi. You sell tea？
什么
你们是卖茶是吧？
？Yes。
我尝一下一杯哈。这个是绿茶吗？
对的。
绿茶。哇，这个不苦啊。这个一点都
想要苦一点。
没有，这个还好，比较能接受。Yeah, vlogging.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name? What's your name? 你的名字叫什么？
江心。
江心。You would see that just walking along this street, I am the only foreigner that you probably have seen in this video. It's not like there are not any other, but in most cases, most of the locals have not met a foreigner, especially a black foreigner, a person of color. So they would be so much curious about you. Who is this person, you know? 你好，你好，你好，你好。They would have a lot of questions to ask. Who are you? Why is your body black? You know, why are you the way you are? And I see a vlogger. Yeah. Hello. 你好，小朋友。你好。Hello。你好。
你好，
你好，你好。
你好。
对，我们是朋友。
哎，我们是
朋友。你的名字叫什么？你的名字叫什么？
说一下。其实
这是你爷爷吗？这是不是爷爷？
是不是爷爷？
是不是爷爷？
是的。
对。
She trying to get up out of there.
你好。
我是你。
What is this? She trying to break away from G-Pac. What is this? Who is this? Stop trying to pull me over here and make me touch this individual. Oh my goodness. I mean, but as we can see, some parts of it, it's not that bad. You would go there and be treated like a celebrity. In other parts of it, you will go there and be asked to leave and be stared at like, you know, you're on some sort of display or something, as if they're looking at something or someone that they have never seen before, only in the movies or in their dreams or nightmares or in a book, as if they have never seen a black person in person. Jeez, man.
你的朋友也是爷爷的朋友。
哎，我们是好朋友。
是好朋友。
也是你的朋友。
2岁？1岁？你1岁吗？你几岁了？
你说几岁
？100岁？不是的，不是的，
不是的。你说几岁？
你是上幼儿园是不是？
是的。
你在幼儿园，你是小班还是大班？是中班？
跟你说，跟你说呀。
好可爱呀！
你是中班。
对，你在中班。哦。
Okay.
啊，你好。
The baby is warming up to him. The baby warmed up to him. A child is just a child. A baby is just a baby. They don't know anything. They don't know any better. A child is just a child. A kid gonna be a kid. Now she sees him as just, you know, a human being. I believe he won her over. He has a warm personality, this individual here. You know, keeps a smile on his face everywhere he goes out there. I don't know if it's just for the purposes of this content or not, but perhaps that's just who he is, and that will win people over regardless, because you should be judged on your character anyway, and the content thereof, though we know that this is not the case around the world, even here in this country.
你们有见过外国人是不是？
见过。
是不是没见过我这种人？
见过没？
哦，
没见过。
对，我们是一样的，我们只是我们的肤色不一样。
你们家叔叔是哪一个国家的？
是非洲的喀麦隆。
哦。
对，就是非洲那边的。
对，你不是叔叔要出国的吗？出国了，我们到叔叔的家乡去，
好不好？
好不好？
好，那以后你们出国来我家乡玩，好不好？不知道，爷爷会带你来，爷爷和奶奶带你来。
中话说得好呀。
还可以，还行。
你中国多少年？
拜拜，
拜拜，
拜拜，握个手吗？
握个手，
拜拜。
特别啊，
中文话说得好。
对，还是朋友。
中文话说的特别好，
是能说得来一点点，能说得来一点点。
特别厉害。
还将就嘛，将就。
他才6年级学到这个程度，
对，比较
不错的。
因为平时我要出来，
出来多交流。
对，出来交流，然后交朋友。对，卡梅隆，对，非洲一个小国。
你们家乡话说的是英语是吧？
我们有英语和法语是我们的母语。
哦，英语和法语是英语。
对。
英语也说得很好。
说的肯定不错，不会差。
英语应该是没啥问题。那你英语说一个。
你会说英语吗？
可以。
我长期在这边。
长期在中国。
对，长期在这边。There are times when life can seem a bit awkward because you walk in the street and everyone is paying attention to you because you look somehow different. You know, it might feel uncomfortable at the beginning, but with time you kind of get used to it and you incorporate in the society and life turns back to normal. If you do not speak Chinese, living in China as a foreigner should be a little bit more uncomfortable because you do not understand them, they do not understand you. So this has been my one advantage for getting along with the people here in China, speaking Chinese as fast as you can. 你好，阿叔，你好，你好。你们在逛街吗？你们在散步吗？
对。
哦，你们是
Okay, so he has been living there then. He's been living in China for a while. I'm wondering why he seems to be a bit fluent in it, even though he said that his Chinese is just basic. You know, he's at least advanced in the language. But, you know, he says that would help to eliminate some barriers there in China should you go there to learn Chinese. But either way, it's still, you have to go outside of yourself, go outside of who you are to try to fit in and or be accepted. They don't, when they come out here and come in our neighborhoods, they don't have to learn ghetto slang and ghetto vernacular in order to communicate with us and be okay and be safe and be treated like human beings. They don't have to learn our language or they don't have to learn English even. They come and they still speak their language in our neighborhood.
本地人吗？
对，本地，因为成都是人。
成都的。
哦，你会中国话。
哦，我会一点哦。
不错。
好，谢谢哈，你们生活愉快。好。
拍视频吗？
哦，我记录生活。好，生活愉快。好。
你是哪个国家的人呢？
我们是非洲的。
非洲哪个国家？
卡梅隆。哦，非洲一个小国。哦，晓得吗？哦，叔叔厉害。哈。If you are a black traveler thinking about traveling to China, don't let the comments on the internet stop you. I used to be an introvert. I used to be a very shy guy. This is how I practiced, and I became more and more confident, walking around and just being myself. That is the same way I use to improve my Chinese. The reactions that you expect the most might always be the ones that surprise you.
Yeah, I bet. Wow. Well, let me know what you think in the comments, people. There you have it. He says that you can go to China. You just have to get used to the stares and being treated differently, essentially. You just have to block it out or whatever, I suppose. But I don't want to be anywhere where I cannot be myself. I'm going to be looked at as different, or as inferior, or as something out of the zoo, like looking at me like, what is this? Who is like what is this? Like something. Could you imagine seeing a dinosaur or something in person? What you would look like? That's how they look. Like they didn't just seen a dinosaur. Oh, goodness. Okay. There you have it. Let me know if any of you have ever been to China or if you are planning on going or willing to go and what your experience was like over there. It's around the world. It doesn't stop. Stay safe and stay free, people.